Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome out. It's great to see you here. Well, I tell you what, I've got some special guests with me today. Actually, not really guests. The people I live with day in and day out, they live with me, and I tell you what, it is an incredible blessing every day to wake up with my wife, Erin. 14 years of marriage just last week. She's here. I've got my son, Elijah. Where are you, buddy? My son Elijah right here, my son Blaze, and then my little baby Abigail. Abigail. We call her Abigail. Can you say hi? They might want, oh, yeah, she wants to say a few words.
Hi.
Abigail, how old are you now? How old are you now? 3. And she's got her pink camera right here. And Elijah, come up here, bud. Come up here. This is Elijah. Elijah, how old are you now, man?
I'm 11.
He's 11. What's your favorite sport? Oh, look, I got a natural right here. Abigail, what's your favorite sport, Elijah?
Soccer.
Soccer. Who's your favorite football team?
The Chief.
The Chiefs. Ho! Ho! Blaze, how old are you, big guy?
I'm 9.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
What is your favorite thing to do in your free time?
Play with my knives.
Play with his knives. Sheriff's right over here. Blaze had 4 knives on his belt before we got out of the car. 6. He told me. I said, "Son, you better maybe leave those in the truck." I want to allow Erin to say a few words. Erin is the greatest blessing that the Lord has given me. She is both the beauty of our operation and also the brains, for those of you who know us. And it is an incredible privilege to get to do life with her. Babe, do you want to say a few words?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm getting tips from my 9-year-old. Thank you all, especially for your prayers. As you know, Josh has been your senator for the last 6 years. And we hope will be for a good bit yet. And we are just incredibly thankful for the effort you put in to this campaign, for your prayers, for protection, and for just bravery and strength for our family. And I'm just so proud of Josh. He has done such a good job representing this state, representing you all. And I know that when we are old and look at our kiddos, that we can say, you know, we stood in the gap, that Josh stood in the gap and did what was necessary for our country.
Amen. Thank you, man.
Abby.
There you go. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. This is awesome. Well, I tell you what. Are we here to win an election? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I tell you, it's an incredible privilege to be here, but you and I both know that we're here not only to celebrate our country, we're here not only to give thanks for our freedoms, though we are for all of those things. And boy, let me just start by thanking the Almighty God, the Lord who has blessed this country, has he not? Who has loved America, who has a plan for America, who's given us our freedoms, and we're here to defend those. We're also here because we know that this country's in trouble. Our great country is in a great moment of crisis. All you have to do is look around and you see it. Our border, as we stand here in the heart of Missouri, our border is wide open. It's wide open, and the danger and the disaster and the drugs and the crime that is pouring across that border is pouring into this state and every community in this state. You can't go to a school in this state and not find drugs that have come across the southern border. Fentanyl is the largest killer of our kids. Where's it coming from? It's coming from across the southern border. We've got the crime all over the state. Missourians have been stabbed by illegal migrants. Missourians have been literally run over, mowed down by illegal migrants. Missourians have been murdered by illegal migrants. And what my opponent and his friends want to do is open the border even wider. We are in a total state of crisis because of what's happening on our southern border. We're in a crisis because of what's happening with our economy. I don't know about you. I mean, can you afford gas? Nobody can afford gas. Nobody can afford groceries. Nobody can afford, forget buying a house. All of this because of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their allies and my opponent have done to this state and to this country. They're leaving us in poverty. They're enriching China. They're making China rich and Missouri poor. We need to do just the opposite, right? That's because of their policies, what they have done. It's total crisis. It's total chaos. Our streets aren't safe. I mean, I don't know about you. You just met my beautiful children. I fear to send them out alone at night in many places around this state, let alone around the country. You know what that's like. Our beautiful state, we never had any crime in this state to speak of. Now we're dealing with it all over. Why is that? Because of the war on cops, because of the number of illegal migrants, because of the leftist policies that have said that crime is A-OK, that they welcome this sort of aberrant, evil, wicked behavior. It's unbelievable. Our streets are in danger. We're in danger. Our kids are in danger everywhere we go. What about the fact that we've got wars all over the world? I mean, the last 4 years, it is total crisis and chaos. We can't protect Americans overseas. Do you remember the missionaries from right here in southwest Missouri who went down to Haiti? From right here in Missouri, they go down to Haiti. What are they doing? Serving the Lord, sharing the gospel, and serving the people of that country who are in deep, deep poverty. They were mowed down by gangs, roving gangs in Haiti. They called us, my office, as they were barricaded in their church, gangs firing on them. They called and said, can you get the State Department to help us? We called the State Department and said, can you send aid to these good Missourians? And they said, we can't do it. They said, there's nothing we can do. Do you know they were gunned down in cold blood, and our own State Department couldn't even guarantee their bodies would be safely brought home to Missouri? That's the kind of world we live in now. We are in total crisis, total chaos, and I don't know about you, but my view is we cannot go on like this. We cannot go on like this. And the good news is we don't have to go on like this, and we're going to do something about it in November. There should be no doubt now about who is responsible for the situation that we are in. Listen, it gives me no pleasure to say it, but it's just the truth. We've got to be honest. We've got to tell the truth. And the truth is, the people who are responsible for the situation we are in are my opponent, Lucas Kuntz, and his friends. Let me just say a word or two to you about Lucas Kuntz. You probably haven't had the chance to meet him yet, but let me just introduce you to my opponent, Lucas Kuntz. You know, Lucas Kuntz is running on a platform to ban every gas and diesel-powered pickup truck in this state. Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it's nuts. Anybody own a pickup? Yeah. Anybody drive a tractor? Anybody farm? Anybody ranch? Anybody work for a living? Here is his grand idea. Lucas Kuntz and his buddies want to ban all fossil fuel, all of it, 100%, across this state. They want to ban every pickup truck in this state. They want to ban every tractor in this state, every combine in this state. Our farmers out in the fields, they want to leave them there. You driving to work, they don't want you to be able to. What Lucas Kuntz said is, oil and natural gas, American energy, this is our energy. We have it in the ground. Oil and natural gas are like, he said, whale oil. We don't need any of that anymore. Whale oil, we don't need any of that anymore. No, he wants to take away your keys to your truck, your keys to your tractor. He wants to shut down our farm production in this country. What will that do? I tell you what, it will make us dependent on China. He wants us to get our energy from China. Solar panels from China made by slaves in China. That's what he wants. Wind turbines made in China, made with slave labor. That's what he wants. And American jobs, we won't have them anymore. American energy, we won't have it anymore. American farming, we won't be able to do it anymore. We'll have to buy our food from China. You want to make America poor and China rich, this is the way to do it. You want to put more Missourians out of work, that's the way to do it. That's what Lucas Kuntz and his buddies, that's their plan. And that's what they've been doing to this country for the last 4 years. I tell you what, it's absolutely crazy. But it's Kuntz. Here's what else Lucas Kuntz and his allies want to do. They want to open up the border. Do you know that my opponent, Lucas Kuntz, is opposed to a border wall? He said it. He doesn't want a border wall. He thinks it's evil. He thinks it's racist. He thinks that there's something wrong with it. I just have this to say. The United States of America is a sovereign nation, and every nation has borders. Every one. I don't get it. I don't understand why you'd want 10 million, 12 million illegal migrants into this country. I don't understand why you'd let them pour across the border. I don't understand why you'd let them stab people in this state, mow down people in this state, assault our kids. I don't know why you do all of that, and on top of it, On top of it, Lucas Kuntz and his friends want you to pay for their health care. Yes, seriously. He wants you to pay for their health care. My guess is you can hardly afford your own prescription drugs right now. How'd you like to pay for theirs? 10 million, 12 million, 15 million illegal migrants into this country, and Lucas Kuntz and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi, they want to give them gold-plated health care and benefits to be paid for by you. I tell you what, it's crazy, but it's Kuntz. This is who he is. It's wild. I tell you about our kids. You know, Lucas Kuntz and his friends, what they want to do to our kids. You just saw my beautiful children. I was holding my daughter. She's my youngest, my baby girl. She's got daddy completely wrapped around her finger. I bet you could tell. But I don't know about you. I want my daughter to be able to go to school and not have a man in her locker room. Do you agree with that? Call me old-fashioned. I want my daughter already loves to kick around the ball with her brothers. I want her to be able to go and play on a sports team and not have some man who's confused about who he is come and take over her team and kick it off. I don't want men on women's sports teams. I don't want men in women's locker rooms. But Kuntz, Lucas Kuntz and his friends, what they want to do is they want to open every single locker room in this state to men. They want men in women's locker rooms. That's right, not on our watch. They want every church and every school in this state and in this country to have to admit men, grown men, biological men, into girls' bathrooms. How would you like to go to your church on Sunday morning and have the government tell you, there's a man who wants to go in to the women's bathroom? And you may say, well, that's not our belief. That's not what our church teaches. That's not what the Scripture says. How'd you like to have the government come to you and say, you don't have any choice. It's the law. We're forcing you. You've got to open your facilities, your female facilities, the place where your wife is, where your daughter is. You've got to open them to men. That's what Kuntz wants. That's what he is running on. And he's running on doing the same thing in sports. Have you seen the Olympics? You see that male boxer who knocked out the female boxer? She was so badly injured. Exactly. Couldn't talk, broke her nose. I mean, I think it's insane to think that our daughters, I don't know about you, I want my daughter to be able to have the opportunity to learn some leadership skills. I want her to have the opportunity to play sports just like everybody else. I want her to have an opportunity to be able to gain that self-confidence. I do not want some boy coming in there and taking that away from her. And I don't want the government telling me I have to put up with it. That's not right. That's not Missouri. That's not America. That's not normal. But that's what Kuntz wants. That's what Kuntz wants. I'll never forget meeting Riley Gaines. Anybody know Riley Gaines? Great swimmer. Great swimmer. Riley Gaines talking about when she was competing for the national championships in swimming, she tied with a guy. They had this guy who thought he was a woman. He raced. They tied. Do you know? Here's a picture of our future if these people have their way. Do you know what they did to Riley Gaines? They tied now. They came and took the trophy away from Riley. You think about the 20-plus years of work that trophy represented for her. They took it away from her. They gave it to the man, and they were like, it's important that he hold the trophy for the pictures. This is what these people want. Important to who? Important to craziness. This is what Lucas Kuntz and his allies, Lucas Kuntz and his friends, these are their policies. This is what they are doing. Listen, I'll never forget being in the Senate. We had a hearing not that long ago. I guess it's been a year or so ago. And it was supposed to be all about the rights of women. You'd think you'd start with the rights of women as the right to be safe in a locker room, the right to play sports, the right to have your basic safety protected. But no, instead, this hearing, I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to this professor who'd been called by the Democrats. She was their witness. And a smart woman, I just want to say. I mean, very smart, very intelligent, very well spoken. But I noticed she would never say the word woman. I'm listening to her. She kept saying, persons with a capacity for pregnancy. I thought to myself, would that be a woman? I mean, who else gets pregnant, right? So it finally gets to be my turn to ask a few questions. And if you see me, you know I do kind of like to ask questions. All right, somebody has to. So it's my turn finally to ask some questions. And I get to her, And I said, ma'am, I just have to get clear on this. I really am. I am confused. I said, you keep saying persons with I read it off my little pad, persons with the capacity for pregnancy. I said, would that be women? She looked at me, and she drew herself up. And my mother used to be a school teacher, so I recognized she drew herself up. I thought, I'm in trouble now. She drew herself up, and she said, Senator Hawley, I would just like to point out the transphobic nature of your question. And I said, I'm not sure what that means. So I said, what? Because I'm asking you if women get pregnant? And she said, let me ask you a question. And I said, fine, go ahead. She said, do you think that men can get pregnant? No, I thought she was joking. She's completely serious. So I said, no. And she said, see, you're transphobic. And I said, see, you're crazy. I mean, this is nuts. It's nuts. Let's just tell the truth. It's crazy. There are not 200 genders. There are not 2,000 genders. There are two, male and females should be protected. It's not hard. Women's sports, it's working great. Leave them alone. Women's locker rooms, they're there for women. Leave them alone. But that's not what Kuntz wants. I say again, it's crazy, but it's Kuntz. I tell you what. Here's one more thing. We got a lot of law enforcement here, and I tell you what, I should have done this at the beginning, so forgive me for not doing it. Let me just do it now. I want to take a moment and say thank you to every member of law enforcement. Thank you for putting on the uniform. Thank you for going out and standing on the line. Thank you for literally taking the shots for us. Thank you for keeping us safe. Here's my view, that the men and women who wear blue, who stand on the line like the sheriff here, who wear that badge means something. That badge, it not only signifies authority, though it does signify that. And boy, we want criminals to see that and be afraid. It also signifies that we stand with them. Amen? It says to them, it says to the world, that badge means they've got the ability to do something, and every member of this town is with them in support of them. Is that right? We're with them because they're for us. Now listen, that's not what Lucas Kuntz and his allies want, though. That's not what he's campaigning on. Do you know he is campaigning on a platform to allow the criminals to sue the cops? Now, I'm serious. You cannot make this up. He wants to take away the legal protections cops get when they do their job. We ask these cops, and we ask our first responders to go out and to put their lives on the line. We ask them to rush into danger. We ask them to go toward the crisis. We say to them, when you do that, we'll stand with you. But Kuntz wants to turn that around. He wants to say, you go out there, and later we'll let the criminals sue you. If they don't like, my gosh, if the criminal thinks you were too tough on him, they might sue you. If the criminal doesn't like the way you put the cuffs on, he might sue you. Now, I don't know about you. I think it's kind of insane. We shouldn't be saying to cops, you're going to get sued by the criminals. We ought to be saying to the criminals, you're going to spend your life behind bars. They should be afraid, not the cops. Why is that hard? I tell you, I had the privilege to be the chief law enforcement official of this state for years. I think I have worked with every sheriff's department and every police department in this state. And I prosecuted the criminals who they arrested and put behind bars. And I can tell you, the criminals don't need any more rights. The criminals don't need any more help. The criminals deserve to be behind bars, and our police deserve to be thanked and helped and protected. That's the truth. This whole idea that you would defund the police and that you'd allow criminals to sue the police, it is crazy. It is crazy. But it's Kuntz. It's Kuntz. You know, right, he does need to call Cori Bush. Ask how that worked out. You know? I tell you what, this country is in crisis. It is unbelievable what they have done to us because of Kuntz and his allies. For 4 long years, they have shoved this stuff down our throats. Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Kuntz and all of their pals, they've been in power for years now. They've controlled the Senate. They've controlled the White House. They have jammed this agenda down our throats. They are destroying this country, and we are here to tell them in November, your time is over. In November, we're taking America back. In November, we're going to save our country. That's what this election's about. Now, just one other thing, in light of his nutty record, I mean, this Kuntz guy, he might be the nuttiest guy who's ever been nominated by a major party to run for the Senate, Missouri. I mean, seriously, I've just given you a taste of it, just a taste of it. So I did him a favor. I challenged him to a debate. Let's debate. Yesterday, as soon as he won his primary, I said, hey, congratulations, let's debate. Let's stand right here. Next week is the state fair in Sedalia. I said, let's go there. Let's get up on a trailer. No fancy studios, no moderators, just you and me, man, mano a mano, Lincoln Douglas style. We'll do it in front of the crowd. We'll do it in front of the people. Anybody can come. I see a lot of press here. Y'all are welcome to come. You can film whatever you want, do whatever you want, and we'll just be accountable to the people. We'll go back and forth, and we'll debate. You know what? He won't do it. He won't do it. Oh, it was all about, no, we can't do that. Oh, well, we'll do some debate in the future. Oh, I need to be in a studio. Oh, I need to have a moderator. Oh, my gosh. Listen, I'm doing you a favor, man. You've got the nuttiest record ever. I'm giving you a chance to defend it. Come defend it in front of the people of Missouri. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't hide behind the cameras. Come on now. Come on now. I just say to him, if you really believe the stuff you've said, come defend it. Come tell the farmers why you want to take away their ability to farm their farms. Come tell the truckers why you don't want them to work. Come tell the American people and the people of this state why you want that border open. Tell them why you want to give Chinese immigrants who are here. Do you know he said this too? He said that Chinese immigrants who come here to this country, they ought to get special preference to stay here. I mean, I can't think of anything more upside down than that. He's running in the wrong state. He's running in the wrong country. I mean, it's insane. It's nuts, but it's Kuntz. So listen, he has the chance. My offer stands. I tell you what, I'll be in Sedalia next week. I'll be on Thursday. There on Thursday. I'm going to bring my trailer. I'm going to stand on it just like this. And if he will come, I'll even let him go first. I'll spot him. I'll let him go first. He can do it. And we'll just have a good, open, honest debate. Here's the thing. It's a moment of crisis for our country. It's also a moment of opportunity. After 4 long years, we have waited and we have waited. We have been pushed down upon and pushed down upon. We've had our rights taken from us. We have had our free speech taken from us. We've had our economic liberty taken from us. We've had our country taken from us. This November, we get to take it back. This November, we get to send a message. And the message is that the United States is not in decline. The message is God is not done with America. We've got a great future ahead. The purpose for which God raised up this nation is still vibrant and true. This country is the greatest country in the history of the world. I will not apologize for it. I will not say that our history is evil and corrupt. I will not turn my back on our history and the goodness of our people. This is our opportunity this November to go and to make our voices heard and to reclaim what we know to be true. Ladies and gentlemen, this country belongs to you. It belongs to you. It does not belong to the elite in Washington. It does not belong to the liberal Democrats. It does not belong to the multinational corporations who shove this woke garbage down our throats. Even as they take our jobs and ship them off to China, it does not belong to them. It belongs to you. This November, we're going to make that heard. We're going to make our voices heard. We're going to make that fact known. So, here's my pledge to you. I'm going to spend every day between now and then, every day fighting for our state, every day taking this message to every corner of our state. Because I believe that if we do that, if we stand together, this November won't just be about another election. This November will be about saving the United States of America. Let's go and save it together. God bless you. God bless the great state of Missouri. I love you so much. Let's go win this election.